Center on this Thursday, March 22nd. It is 4 o'clock. I would like to say hello and welcome our first guest, Mr. Ray Rickman. He is with Stages of Freedom, and he has his weekly video opinion broadcast for you today. This is Rickman's Big View.
Thank you, Molly. I wanted to go to Washington to the big Never Again march protest against assault weapons, and I can't go. We are doing Women's History Month, Maya Angelou poetry reading Sunday, 2 o'clock, First Baptist Church. And it's so much work to get 700 people in that church and to do all you have to do. So I have to stay home. Now, when I was younger, 18, 19, I'd go to Washington all the time to these protests, mainly Vietnam. And you drive down there 12, 13 hours. You'd be there 2, 3 hours. And you drive back 12, 13 hours. Well, guess what? The body can't really do that anymore. If I did that, when I showed up at 2 o'clock at First Baptist Church on Sunday, so I reached out and I paid for 3 young girls. I think one's 14, one's 15, one's 16, not related, to go, kind of in my place, $75 each. They were just really excited. They were going anyway, but they didn't have any, play around money. You go to a serious march and you can't go to McDonald's. So that was very easy to do. So I feel like I'm going to be there. I'm going to miss possibly the largest gathering in Washington in this century. And they're there to say never again. Most of this being led by the Parkland High School students, and then high school students probably from 300 high schools in America, including 5 or 6 Rhode Island high school students. This is cool. I don't normally just use that word. But we 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds have been trying for the last 30 years to get something done. And even when we got assault weapons held up, in the Senate and the House, they put a sunset on it. That's how they got the extra votes. The sunset came up and down went the bill. Mainly the Republicans, but Bernie Sanders and others. People are always surprised when I say Bernie Sanders. He didn't want to vote for the extension of the assault weapons bill. I like to tell on him because kids are getting killed in our schools. You can't even dream this up, that this should happen. In our schools, elementary schools in Connecticut, high schools in Florida, and in 37 other states, there have been one of these deadly shootings in high schools. So, if you're not in Washington on Sunday, think about doing something, your share, whatever it is. And it might be a contribution to the Moms in Rhode Island program. I mean, they are zealous. They were on this air 3 or 4 weeks ago. Do something. This is one of the most important, I didn't mean to say Sunday. Sunday's Maya Angelou. Come there if you feel like it. No, I meant to say this Sunday at noon. Do something. And Sunday noon, I reboot all the time, normally 1 o'clock every day. I close my eyes for up to 3 minutes. And I don't meditate, I just reboot. I get ready to start again. I will do that on Saturday at noon today. I'll reboot in regards to my efforts to do something about these weapons of mass destruction.
Ray Rickman with his weekly Big View. If you want, you can take a look at the archives on